Well, good news. Southern Inyo Hospital has reopened. Press release from the Southern Inyo Healthcare District notes that after extensive work by the hospital's new partner, Healthcare Conglomerate Associates, effective Tuesday, March 1st, Southern Inyo Hospital has reopened to serve the healthcare needs of residents and visitors to the Southern Inyo Healthcare District. Now, HCCA's Alan Germany, the hospital's chief restructuring officer, said Tuesday that all departments are fully staffed and ready to take on a full range of services, including the emergency department, acute care, laboratory, radiology, physical therapy, and the skilled nursing facility. Now, the Southern Inyo Healthcare District Rural Health Clinic has remained open and can once again refer patients to the hospital for further treatment. Now, the reopening, the press release notes, was made possible when the California Department of Public Health reinstated the hospital license Tuesday. Now, this was following a rigorous inspection carried out over 3 days in the previous week. Now, at the exit interview, the inspection team had requested documentation showing that a short list of deficiencies had been addressed, and upon receiving proof that the hospital is in full compliance, the CDPH issued the license. Now, the press release notes that in addition to a thorough look at the physical plant, equipment, supplies, dietary services, staffing, credentialing, training, bylaws, policy, and procedure manuals on all other operational aspects of the hospital, survey team also gathered information on hospital finances and the new management team and board members. Now, said Jackie Hickman, the board vice president, I would like to acknowledge the support and trust of the entire Southern Inyo community in helping accomplish the goal of the hospital reopening. In addition, the staff has done everything asked of them and more. Most of all, the clinic staff has literally made do and provided their usual wonderful patient care in this time of great stress and limited resources. We are a team. Thanks, everyone, end quote. And again, that was Jackie Hickman, and good to have Southern Inyo Hospital reopened. Well, Deb Murphy filed this story for Sierra Wave Media. Tuesday was a tough day for witnesses going into the second week of the embezzlement trial of Don D. Rossi. 3 witnesses called by the prosecution had worked with Rossi over the years. 2 described her as smart and capable. Don D. Rossi is on trial for allegedly embezzling $1.5 million from the Inyo County Department of Health and Human Services Eligibility and Employment Department. Now, the Inyo County District Attorney's investigator Stephanie Rennie concluded testimony that had begun on Monday, outlining the timeline of the early investigation and the results of a search of Rossi's office in Bishop. Now, Rennie was asked to assist Bishop Police Department on January 16, 2013. The following day, Rennie met with then Bishop Police Department Chief Chris Carter, Inyo County Human Resource Director Sue DeShawn, and Health and Human Services Director Gene Turner, who had staff looking for the discrepancies in the department's case files. Now, the same day, she and BPD officer Mark Gutierrez interviewed Rossi and took a quick scan of her office. January 18th of that year, the locks were changed in Rossi's office, and Rennie conducted a search. Now, that search turned up a list of documents relating to names later identified as among 34 case files pulled for the trial. Inyo County District Attorney Tom Hardy's questioning focused on the documents found in Rossi's office and names involved in the investigation, but not located in Inyo County during a specific time frame. Defense attorney David Evans's questioning honed in on who was involved in providing information relevant to the case, primarily Sherry Snyder, who, with Don D. Rossi, worked as supervisor in the department. Now, investigator Rennie, who had worked with Rossi on welfare fraud cases for 3 years, spoke with Snyder after her interview with the defendant on January 17th and was informed that there were a number of discrepancies in the department's files. Now, initially, the investigation involved 2 cases with a list of electronic benefit transaction card activity that led to surveillance videos that were shown in court on February 22nd. But according to Rennie, that number grew to 34 within the first week of the investigation. Also, according to Rennie, there were 2 parallel case file investigations, one conducted by Brianne Nellums and the other by computer database system CIV managers. Now, Nellums turned up 34 cases, but the CIV managers 35, and one was eliminated. Rennie said she was initially told Nellums and Snyder were running case files, but she was, quote, not sure how far Snyder was involved, end quote. Now, Snyder was scheduled to testify last Thursday. However, according to DA Hardy, after Tuesday's trial was adjourned, a previous witness had testified that Snyder and Rossi had created documents for the annual federal audit. Snyder was assigned a lawyer and advised to provide only biographical information, according to DA Hardy. Now, you can see our website, sierrawave.net, for the rest of this story that was filed by Deb Murphy. Well, lots of talented people have been working hard over the past few weeks as the Playhouse 395 production of the extravaganza, the musical Chicago, kicks off a 3-week run this week at Bishop Union High School Dorothy Joseph Auditorium, the Bishop Union High School Theater. Now, actors are polishing their singing and dancing numbers, and the orchestra getting all tuned up in preparation for opening night and the presentation to the public of their razzle-dazzle rendition of the longest-running American musical in Broadway history. Now, the sets are done, the press release notes, the props are staged and ready to go. The lighting crew is perfecting their spots, curtain about to go up. Now, the cast is working under, the press release says, the inspired vision and direction of veteran director Martha Reynolds, and is led by Danielle Kuhl as Roxy, Jennifer Collins as Velma, and Playhouse 395 veteran Ron Valenzuela as the unscrupulous lawyer Billy Flynn. Now, while over 30 singers and dancers are rehearsing on stage, orchestras also hard at work practicing under the direction of conductor Mark Hatter. For more information, tickets, Playhouse 395, Chicago, starting this weekend. Call Playhouse 395, 760-920-9100, or visit the website, playhouse395.com. We'll be back with more news.